Okay guys, I am renting out a Home Depot truck right now because I'm gonna get all of my stuff and get it back to the house. For the tub, we got the Aloha from Boots, and things that I can tell you about this is that it's lightweight, it is made out of steel. I was afraid it was going to be heavy, but it's not. And then it's also covered in porcelain. I will tell you that we did have a problem with it, but I'll show you later what happened. And then on the enclosure part, we got this one from Nextile. It is very solid, it's PVC. We got the Home Depot truck, we got it to the house, and the story here is that I wanted it to make it in about an hour, which is what they give you the minimum for. And we were able to make it just like 10 minutes or 15 minutes past. But the guy from the Home Depot was so nice. He just charged me for the minimum, which was the $20. And I did add some of the insurance, so that was good, like 30 bucks all out the door. Okay guys, so we are back at the Floor and Decor, and we saw some floors that were on sale, and I think they're here. So I just need to figure out how many boxes I need. Okay, I think it's gonna be, maybe it's this, I think it's like these guys. I have to ask my mom, because I do not remember which one I got. For some reason, I could not remember the name or the exact color of this flooring, so I do recommend for you, if you're doing something like this, to go ahead and take a picture and write the name on a list in your phone. So we're in the midpoint of the renovation, and I just wanted to show you guys that we're getting ready to fit the tub, to fit everything, dry fit everything here, because we're gonna put the enclosure plus the tub. And as you can see, I marked the tub here. It's 5 feet by 30 inches deep. And so I'm debating on whether or not to do the depth of the wall, do it a little bit, like a couple of inches more, so that we can have like an overhang, a little bit of a lip there, so that it's not completely tight to the enclosure. And then we'll have to beef up the end of the wall that's going to be here, so that we at one point or either point, if we want to do the glass doors, we can install them there, and there's going to be something where we can screw in the whole system. So this is it, guys. I'm going to start fitting everything, and I'm really excited because this is a huge step, and I think we might even end up earlier than expected. I thought it was going to be like a month, and we were going to go into the first week of December doing this whole thing. But if I do everything during this week, I have to put in the floors, I have to do the wall first, dry fit here, put the tub, and if I can do that, do the wall, dry fit the tub, then I can start putting the floor. That's gonna be maybe just a day, and then my plumber can come, we can put in the vanity either today or tomorrow, and then by the end of the week we can, the rest is just put in the tub, and that's gonna be really easy because it's like a one-day installation once everything's set up. So we might be looking at finishing this bathroom in 2 weeks. Please pray. Let's try to get there. Let's go. Behold the 3 things that we need for the bathroom that are very important. We have the vanity, we have the tub, and the tub enclosure. Isn't that a sight? One of the things that I really wanted to do was reuse the studs that we had taken out to build up the wall again. But in order to do that, I needed to take out 1 million staples, I'm not kidding, and some nails, because these studs were filled with them. So I took out a hammer, I took out my pliers, and I got something where I could just get a little bit of leverage, and I started taking them out. It did take me, I think about an hour or so. It took me the same amount of time that it would have taken me to go to the home department store and gotten some new ones, but I think I saved a treat. What do you guys think? I think it was very satisfying to do this too, so there you go. So nails, and basically they were staples, they're gone. Now I just need to clean up a little bit here, the glue. I still don't know how to do this. This is gonna be the one that's gonna go on the corner. So I don't know if I should take out the corner bead there or not. And going here, I want to start dry fitting everything, but at the same time I don't want to do anything. I can't really move forward because I have this line still in the way. The drain is not in the right place. I have all of this here, so it's a lot of like things that are in the way. Juan hasn't come yet. Yesterday we went all day out to do all the purchasing of this plus the enclosure and the other things, and so it's been like on hold. And today I want to start doing the wall, but as you can see, I have these limitations. So what I can do is start like cleaning up the area here, because I want to start doing the floors. That way when Juan comes, we have at least floors that are done over here where the vanity is, and we can install the vanity, and that part at least will be done. And I need to then finish the walls. Since I couldn't move forward with all the other things that I wanted to do, I had to think ahead and figure out what else to do. So I started reinforcing the wall so that we could install the tub. So Juan is here and he was able to get this out. He went underneath and he got this drain out. Now he's gonna put, he also got the vent out. And now he's gonna put the tub in place so that he's able to actually drill where the drain hole is on here on the floors, and it's easier for him. So guys, I'm gonna be working on this wall right here. What I'm gonna be doing is putting some reinforcements. So some beams that are gonna go all the way across from here to here and then from here to here. And that what that will do is that it'll give me the ability to get the tub. The tub is right here. You can see only the little bit here, but it has some fins that need to be attached to the wall, and these beams that go across are going to help me to get those fins so that we can open holes and screw them in. Now I'm going to be using some of this green board, and I'm only able to use a little bit because all the rest is already drywalled, and I'm not going to go through the process of getting all of this replaced. It is time consuming. This is going to be enclosed, so I think we're going to be okay, and this is how it was before, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Actually guys, I found some scrap material from the things that I demoed from the vanity, and this is going to help me out, so let's go try them out. To do this job, it's really basic. You just have to measure the length in between the studs, and that's going to be your width that you're going to cut your scrap material to, and then attach it to each of the studs. But I did need a drill to pre-drill the screws, otherwise you run the risk of splitting the wood. This is a really cool set of Ryobi bits. These are drills, a drill bit set, and it has 25 pieces. Really cool. It was only like $14-15 at the Home Depot. I think it's a really good deal right now. If you have somebody in your life that is into DIY, if you're into DIY, you can buy yourself one too. But for your dad, for your boyfriend, for your uncle, whoever likes to do DIYs, for your sister or your aunt, your mom, whoever needs something like this, it's really good to have at home for anybody really. So check it out. It's at the Home Depot. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a link for it from the Home Depot. If not, I'm just gonna try to see if I can get something similar and link it with the Amazon links. And thank you for supporting if you're using my links this season, because it really helps out. Thanks. And we're gonna be using this to pre-drill some holes to attach the beams that are gonna go, like you see the one over there, that's gonna go crosswise. And we're gonna level it, make it nice and pretty so that we can use it and get to work. So fun to open a new tool set. Oh my gosh, and it closes and you have your own little box where you're not gonna be fumbling and tumbling to go reach for one of your drills. I also have to patch up the holes over here, so that's what I'm gonna do right now, because that's in preparation for the flooring and also for putting the tub right here. There's no, so that we don't have any open crawling spaces for anything. If anything ever gets to go underneath the house, this is gonna be covered and sealed. Okay, so the next stage here is to fill these gaps, and I'm gonna do that with the great stuff. I don't know. There's other brands, there's like Loctite, a bunch of others, but this is what I got from the home department store. It has a little situation here, a straw. So let's see if my idea works out. We're gonna pull the trigger and we're gonna fill this out. It's gonna expand, so do it lightly first to fill in the gaps. I'm gonna fill in my gaps here, and this is gonna become really hard, so you gotta be careful. And I'm gonna do this with all of the rest of the holes. I do see here underneath my tub that there's a little bit of a hump. So I think we'll just have to figure out the leveling later. But so far, this is gonna be what we're gonna do for filling the gaps. Great stuff. What I'm doing right here is a big no-no. Don't do this at home, guys. Learn from me, because what you actually need to do is wait for this material to solidify, cure, and then afterwards you can go in with your oscillating tool or a knife and cut it off. The crossbars were installed in the walls, so all I needed to do was put the drywall, and I used the green drywall, which is good for humidity in bathrooms, and it's just a little piece, but guys, let me have my moment. I moved on to mudding the rest of the area right there, but one thing I must advise is to remember to mark where your studs are because later on I couldn't remember where they were. But the good news is that I was recording all of this so I could go back and see where they were. Hey, it's a new day and it's also the second week, finalizing the second week almost of the bathroom remodel. So we have been working super fast, and I'm just going to do a recap of everything that we've done so far and what we need to do in the coming days to get things settled and set up for the next stages. And hopefully, I was saying that maybe by the end of the weekend we were going to finish the bathroom. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think we're super close, which is a record time. My plumber, my friend Juan, has been saying, you really want to do this fast, huh? And I'm like, yeah, I need this because my mom and dad need their bathroom, and they need their washing area for brushing their teeth and just, doing their nighttime routines. And there's two of them, plus my brother and me here. So it's been kind of crazy in that little hallway bathroom right there. So we really need them to get situated in their new bathroom and get things going. So let me just show you around what we've done and recap everything and get you to see what we need to do in the next coming days. So surprise, we were working on the wall yesterday, setting it up here for getting all of our shower fixtures and tub fixtures and everything installed here. So that was really exciting, and we had to do a little bit of lifting of as you can see here, we added a little bit of height because the height of the ceiling here goes in an angle, so we needed to make up for that little bit, which was just a little bit. So we were able to reuse these beams, these studs, and I was able to reuse this finished edge over here. So that was a really cool thing. But when we were trying to dry fit the tub, we did come into this, maybe because it's finished, it didn't go through and it kind of scraped there. But I think anyways, we're gonna be taking off the finish and redo our own finish there, because I don't know if I'm gonna leave the texture. I'm not sure. But then the next thing that we need to do, and that we have done here, is we patched up the holes in the floors. Now I need to scrape them off to make everything level. The next things that we did, where I did the drywall here, the green drywall. And I'm also gonna do green drywall here on this whole wall. The rest I'm gonna leave like this because I'm not gonna replace it. It's just we're gonna have a paneled enclosure. I don't think it's necessary, but I'm gonna fill in all of the gaps and everything that you see there so that it's nice and kind of like pre-finished, you could say. And patch up the holes that I did when I took out the vanity, because that vanity was crazy to take out. Finish the ceiling. That's what we need to do next. But I need to leave it because I'm just gonna finish up to around here. And then the rest I'm gonna leave because we still have to get the vent from here, get it out and route it to where this is here. Use this hole. So do that, because my plumber Juan was saying, let's just leave, it can be left just like that. It's gonna have the trap and it's gonna have the overflow, which is not gonna let it vent and have the stinky smells. But I think we still need to do the vent just because, just to leave it how it should be, I think. And that we don't have to go back, and redo things. Just if we're here, everything's open, let's just do it. The next things, so that's gonna be with this, and then we need to dry fit everything again. On this side, we need to patch up the whole thing here. He needs to do the electrical so we can have switches and outlets. And here he had backwards, I thought it was on this side, but it's actually this one, that the left line is the hot line, and the blue one is the cold. So he had it backwards, and he fixed it yesterday. So thank you, Juan, for doing that. So after that, I think we're gonna be able to do the floors. And once we have the floors in, then we can go in with the vanity and install it and finish. What do you guys think? And then do all the pretty things that need to be done, because we need to paint, and then I think just finish painting, and then we're gonna do the closet here, which I think that one's gonna take a little bit longer because, or I don't know, maybe it's gonna flow. I have no idea. But I have the doors. We're gonna do a long cabinet over here up to here, like it's 19 inches, I think. And then the here to here is just gonna be an open door where we're gonna have access to put the vacuums and this the ladder, small ladder that goes in here in the house. And then the top part, we're gonna leave it with shelves. But we are gonna have access on this side where we're gonna leave it for kind of like a utility door, so that we can open that door in case something happens. God willing, no. But then the person that comes and fixes things can come and just open it and not have problems or issues or have to open the door, the wall. Just thinking ahead. Hopefully nothing like that will happen, but just thinking ahead. And then we're leaving the connection here because I'm gonna do lights in the cabinets. So that's gonna be cool, and that way we can have a cabinet light so that we can see what's in there. But I think it's gonna come out really good, guys, because it's gonna be really spacious. If I sit from here, guys, from the toilet, if I sit over here, look at the space. I mean, this right here, all of this, where the tub is right now, is gonna be open space. And I think maybe we'll do some decorations here, but everything else is gonna be to there. Cabinets and storage here. Vanity here. Hello. And then it's just gonna flow, you know, everything. So really cool. We're gonna get rid of this, I promise. And that's it. So that was the recap. What do you guys think? Like I've been saying before, guys, I have just worked wherever I can, whenever I can, on the things that I can. And this is no different. I started working on the walls, scraping away everything so that I could level out all of the surfaces, and then I could go back in with a joint compound so I can fix and patch up as much as possible all the wall surfaces and everything that I can do. The drain kit was finally delivered, and it was the one that we needed with the plumbing parts and everything together so that it could fit. So Juan started to put it all together and have it ready so that we could finish up the plumbing underneath and finally set up the tub where it needed to go. A really funny thing that has happened a couple of times in this project is that sometimes I patch up a wall or the floors, and then Juan comes back and he needs to open a hole bigger than what I patched because he needs plumbing to go in, electricity, or some other stuff going on. And I think that's one of the things that we as DIYers, we don't know yet. And that's what's happened to me because I didn't know where the end drain position was going to end up being. And sometimes I jump the gun. I think in this project, that's what I've done mostly. Jump the gun, do the things, and not wait. But I just don't like to stay still. Here we go again, guys. Another day in the books in the master renovation of my parents' master bathroom. And as you can see, there's been some progress here. We have the tub not installed, but in position. And this was kind of crazy to get in because this part right here, as you can see, we had to remove it because it was finished and I was using the finished beam here. Turns out it was too much material and this couldn't get in this side. So we had to get this out and resolve that problem right there. The walls are completely uneven, as you can tell here. So we'll have to do a little bit of shims. And I did some of the mudding here, drywall on the walls. And then all of a sudden I forgot that I didn't mark where I had put where we have the studs. But I have a stud finder, so and I kind of remembered where things were. Anyways, let's move on to the plumbing because that one was an interesting one. So this plumbing handle, as you can see right there, is really nice and gold, beautiful for the accents of the bathroom, but it didn't come assembled, and it's kind of like a pain that you pay so much for something that doesn't come assembled. It's all in pieces, but we managed to figure it out. And then Juan put in this right here, which was kind of hard to position. I don't know, we couldn't find the center very well, back and forth. He had to put a board in the back right there, and then another here. We're still gonna be reinforcing this wall, even though it's not a wall that is structural, but we will reinforce it because, as you can tell here, there's some movement. I don't think you can see. Plus I'm moving myself, so there's some movement. So we're gonna do some cross beams to reinforce the whole thing so that it's solid. So next thing here, we put in the overflow cover, and there's also this, the drain, and then underneath he opened a hole that you saw just right now in the video. This is how it's looking from here. Oh, another big thing is that this part that I got for the drain, turns out that this says it's 1.5 inches wide for the tubing, but we actually had to get a reducer because this is 1.5 inches on the outside, but it's actually 1/3 of an inch on the inside diameter. So you have to get a reducer, which is kind of crazy because it should actually be just 1.5, like a regular thing. Another big thing is we opened the box for the panels. We had already checked them out before, but this is where we got them out, and we kind of did a dry fit, and it was really cool looking. It does reduce the space over here, but I think once it's all finished, it's gonna look great. And I did add 3 inches to the wall because the width of this tub is 30 inches, but I did add 3 inches more to accommodate for, you know, just having a little bit of space there so that it's not so tight to the, completely tight to the tub finish right here, to this part. And then I did leave a stud over here so that in case we want to put a door, we can attach it and it has something to grab on right there. So guys, tomorrow is gonna be Sunday and I don't think Juan is coming tomorrow to work. So I'm gonna be doing cleanup all over the place, and I'm gonna start installing the floors because we need to get this going and work. Whenever we can't do something, we move on to the other. And this, moving the tub over here, opened up the window so that I can start flooring, because we already have where it's gonna, you know, where it's gonna end up being, and I don't have anything else to install that would not allow me to do the flooring. So clean up tomorrow. Today was kind of like a crazy day, rain all day. So, and it probably is gonna rain tomorrow too. So it's gonna be a good idea to do the floorings tomorrow. And that's gonna be super exciting because that is gonna make it almost look like we have a finished project. And this has been record time in my DIY career, guys. This has been so cool to see develop so fast. And the cool thing is too that I already know what goes next in a project like this. You know, like you have to get to this thing before you can do the other, and this and that. And so, you know, project management 101, I got it down. So I think I'm really proud of myself in that sense. And I hope that I can make many, many more bathrooms and redo many, many more houses as well, God willing. But super exciting. I can't wait for you to see it, and I can't wait to see it myself because it's gonna be so awesome. And for my parents, of course, my mom, my dad, to see it and just be really, you know, enjoying the space. So I have to also do the walls here, guys. This is really important. Close off here. And I think I'm gonna leave off the top part because we still have to do electrical. And so that's gonna be later. But for sure, we're closing off the bottom. I already got the okay from Juan, so we are good to go.